I'm excited
to see you today.
I want to hear all about this new guy.
He's gonna call me.
I'm so excited. It's a big date tonight. Okay, it's midnight. It's official. You've been stood up. Let's eat. All day long, I've done nothing but try to help you. What have I gotten for it? I've been rained on. Barfed on. And violated. Oh my God. I was just dry humped on the floor of a public restroom by a man who fought in the Civil War.
I have a problem, okay? I know that. I can't help it.
He. Spread it out.
I need sex. I need a lot of sex.
I love some sex.
Me too.
No.
Apparently, she has spontaneous orgasms on the train.
We should all be so lucky. Which train?
The express.
Which line?
All three of these women are a mess in their own way. So it's looking at a particular group of women that you're getting to see, and I think they're all specifically women who have had their lives and their self-esteem wrapped up in the men in their lives. Right. So they're a particular brand of hot mess. You know, Dee Dee, my character, being the number one, just at the bottom of the barrel of goodness. I mean, she's just done. She has no hope. She has no love for herself or anybody else. She doesn't care what anybody thinks about her. I mean, when I was creating her, it was really, you know, drudging up the ugly to hopefully be funny. There's a nymphomaniac whose her whole life is wrapped up, the character that Alia plays, and this guy who's just broken up with her. And then, of course, Marcia DeBonis' character, who is wrapped up in the idea of having a date for the first time in her life. So it's a very particular group of women that you're getting to look at. And for that, to answer your question, yes, we really, really wanted it to be true, the dialogue to be true, and how they would talk to each other to be really, really true. Or this movie doesn't work, you know. Right. It's a raw look at an experience of single women in New York City, and it's a vulnerable place, and hopefully a hilarious place for our, you know, little story to begin. You know, I like playing women who are true and whose stories need to be told. If I believe them, I can play them. If I can hear them and they course through me and I go, oh, that's something that needs to, you know, get out there. Well, I mean, and also, is it somebody that I will be entertained by and that I can entertain with?
Right.
I'm an entertainer and storyteller.
What was about her story, about this character, that you wanted to tell?
You know, it's about a woman who's lost hope for herself, is a total self-destructive mess, which is really fun to play, but it's also really heartbreaking to play that she's so... she's so off in terms of her ability to see hope. And that's somebody that's really different from me, because I have, you know, that flows out of me, you know. So it was interesting just in terms of that challenge, really fun. And I didn't think she was funny if she had hope until the end, because that's not what we're doing. In a way, we're doing a little play on film. So the more extreme that character is, the more invested you are in watching her change. And this movie is about watching her change. I got a call one day from Alec Baldwin. He's like, H, there's a movie you need to do. It's for our friend Kelly Preston. Kelly Overby, the writer of this film.
Oh, okay.
Who we were in 20th Century with. I think you're the only chick who can pull it off. I thought, well, I'm fascinated, first of all. Love the phone call. Never want to hang up on Alec Baldwin.
That's amazing. So Alec had read the script,
yes,
and thought of you and suggested you.
Carrie Preston and Kelly Overby did this as a play 9 years ago in New York, and Marcia DeBonis starred in it. Kelly, after being in 20th Century with Alec and me, became friends with Alec and got him the script. He is a supporter of all artists. He is one of the hugest lover of artists that I've ever met in my life, dedicated to making their work sing and also making their work happen and come to life. So he read it. I don't know if it was Kelly's idea or his, but he did know that I would definitely pick up the phone if he called, and that's really the magic of how it happened. I was heading to New York. I read the script on the plane. I landed. I said I have a half an hour after I shoot an appearance I was doing on Letterman before I get in the car to go to the airport. Let me meet with these girls. And it really just, it was that magical. I saw the girl, you know, a character who brushed her teeth and smoked a cigarette at the same time, and thought, if this gets better than this and goes all the way through the script, that's wow. That's behavior that would be really fun to figure out. And then I asked Alia to do it. I had worked with Alia on Cedar Rapids and thought she was just so extremely talented and funny, but
And she has such a unique comedic timing too.
unique all around. Every choice she makes, you wouldn't imagine. She had a really, all three of these roles are certainly complicated in their own way, but she plays a nymphomaniac and a sex addict. Like, to pull that off is really hard. And to make it funny, you know, all of these challenges of humor were deeply rooted in pain, and that's harder to do. I just knew she would do it. So she came aboard in Friendship too, so it's really, really special. It's really phenomenal. And more phenomenal to me now that I can help get movies like this made. And then I've become one of those people that help other artists get seen and heard.
Right.
It's like, wow, because of the body of work. And the body of work is really what it is. Each person illuminating another part of this business life. Everything from Johnny Depp telling me in Donnie Brasco, like, don't ever get a tattoo. They're impossible to cover up. Small words. He was like, mine are on my fingers. It takes another hour in makeup to cover them up every day. Don't do it to yourself.
That's great advice.
Hilariously to, doing a play reading with, a new Alec Hashishian movie that Madonna showed up for, and getting advice from her on the curb, just saying, please just don't get too famous. You have no idea how many cars I had to change to get over here without people following me.
Wow.
You just, this life, this world that I've been a part of, singing with Dustin Hoffman in the trailer, a Willie Nelson song that we had on CDs, because he and I both like to sing when we're getting our hair and makeup done, and then having Willie Nelson walk into the trailer and start singing with us. What? Oh God, Harrison Ford shooting in Hawaii, and having Harrison Ford call me into a trailer and say, you better start making smarter choices or you're never going to be as famous as I am. And I thought, what? I can't even imagine. I would never even imagine that anybody could be as famous as Harrison Ford. He, of course, was joking, and is a very, very close friend of mine. And that experience, I really do think that he would save my life if we were on a desert island. He would figure out how to make a plane. He really would.
Yeah.
If it weren't for him, I don't think that movie could have been made, because he actually made it all make sense. It was extraordinary to watch him work. It just, and I can say that, I can say as much, I have as much gratitude for Carrie Preston putting every single dime, if you've ever seen her, she's about this big. So it's really funny that she has any energy, because she's so much bigger than this tiny little figure that she has, and she gave all of her entire world to this movie. Watching somebody do that is as much a gem in my life and in the gifts of my life, as sitting across the table from Bob De Niro and watching him interact with Woody Harrelson. So it's like, whoa, right?
You're surrounded by all your favorite things. Alcohol, cigarettes, and people you can look down on.
Are you one of those awful housewives?
Look at me! I am wretched. My hair is horrible.
I don't like it. I think it's sophisticated.
I look like an incontinent Brillo pad.
What if I never see him again? The last thing he ever said to me was, get out, you nympho!
Why does everything always have to be so hard?
I want it now. I want it now. Shang, 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 bang, bang, gimme, gimme, hot, 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 and hazy. Let's fly.